Traders, investors, and stock market enthusiasts, this is your professor here, and today I want to discuss our most recent trade that we did with LRCX. So today we literally nailed the market. We destroyed Tesla, SPX, and so forth, but we want to discuss LRCX because we want to highlight how we came with the process and what made us decide to purchase the LRCX at open, because when we share these ideas, it will pretty much help you with your overall decision-making process when deciding to purchase a stock or not. So we bought the LRCX 530 calls at around $1.5 per contract. Now, the reason why we got those contracts is pretty much LRCX reported their earnings. Now, it wasn't a big mover pre-market, but the key element with LRCX was that they had a nice revenue beat by 1.5%, and our earnings per share beat around 20%. Now, the key thing here is that even though that's a nice beat, normally a regular trader would not really see that as an opportunity. However, when you look at the overall industry, Taiwan Semiconductor, aka TSM, also reported their earnings as well. They had a miss on their revenue and also a small EPS in comparison to LRCX. And because of that reason, the comparables of LRCX in the overall semiconductor space was quite significant. And this is one reason why we really liked LRCX and we liked the catalyst overall. So we bought those 1.5 for 530 contracts, and we sold them at around $7. They peaked off at 10 and went lower. So I wanted to discuss this trade so that way going forward you guys can understand how my rational thinking is, and that way it can assist you on your further trades moving forward. And if you guys will like these type of trades, we share them often and the reasoning for them trades in our StockX community channel. We do offer a free Discord as well, but besides that, all our mentorship that's in our private program, they do get these alerts firsthand. So let's get straight into it. Give these specific premiums on our model here. Now, how the STX model works is that we identify key option gamma levels on various stocks that are on our watch list depending on the week and the catalysts that are available. Now, the one thing about our model is that we look at these option premiums and we've developed specific ranges. Now, this is only available to our private members because of the amount of information. But one thing that really differs our levels from your basic key levels is that we provide ranges and we share on what these levels mean to you as a trader. We understand each specific range and can communicate that to you when it's a good idea to jump in or not. Now, here what we see here, this is a old LRCX chart, and we do update this, of course, whenever it's necessary or whenever gamma levels change. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, we do use these option premiums that we have, and we plug in that information into our chart so that way we get a nice illustration on exactly what this works. So we combine the quantitative with the qualitative information so that way you as a trader know exactly what the level 530 means when you're deciding to move forward with this contract or not. So this is how we pretty much figure out these key ranges, and this is how we were consistently able to find the top, sell the tops, buy the dips, and etc. So this chart over here, you can pretty much see that LRCX is pretty much this purple range is when it's usually in a slow and steady mover here. If it gets under 451, that's when it becomes really bearish, and between 478 and 451, LRCX is in no man's land, and it pretty much held that 500, which made that 500 to 520 pretty much in no man's land. Now, when you look at the updated chart, you can see that LRCX had a positive catalyst, and that green line over there represents the 50-day MA. So because it was up there and we knew that LRCX had huge potential because of their major earnings beat, we knew that this stock had a nice opportunity to score 530. So we selected the 530 because it was in range. It was the introduction to our breakout range that we see here, and we definitely took profits at the top around 535 ish, and we sold those 530 calls for around $7 per contract. Now that was a huge beat and a huge win for us, as the top of the contract for the day was at $8, and because the market looked a little bit weak, it moved lower. So all of this information here that we have, we communicated regularly with our members so that you guys know exactly what's going on. For us, we just don't share random numbers and tell you that this happens in case this happens. We give you an idea which each range represents, so that way you guys have the information to make the decision whenever necessary. And that's what sets the StockX community apart from many other trading services that you see today. So we hope that helps you with your overall analysis on how we scored this. It's partly preparation and also current analysis. We study the daily news, and we prepare in advance by looking at these key gamma levels, add it to our watch list, and when those ranges develop, then we understand what strike and what play are we looking into, and we also coordinate that with our overall risk management to see if that trade is within our budgeting restrictions. So all this information is necessary because what you as a trader, you have to be able to make the decision as soon as possible. And this in our analyst channel is key, and is a guide that a lot of our members often refer to in order to understand whenever a option premium is within range. Because as long as LRCX remained above 500 and had a catalyst such as earnings, it's very possible that 530 would have happened. Now, if LRCX remains above 530, you know that it has opportunity to go to 571. So that's another thing that it's important to understand as well. And you also want to consider the time as well too, because if you are buying the 570 call, it doesn't make sense to buy the 570 call in that short timeline. We also will share this information with Tesla as well, and we'll show that how that works overall. So I hope you guys enjoy the chat, because in order to be a successful trader, you must be prepared in advance. You must have these key levels designed, and you must be able to analyze the daily news. So if you guys like this information, please like and subscribe and spread the word, because we're here to let you know that option trading can be a great and fun thing as long as you guys are prepared in advance and as long as you do your homework. So I'm here to do your homework and guide you and teach you at the same time while helping you make money overall. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.